Hey, it's Allison, and I'm going to make this recipe that I got off of Airen 08's channel. It's Airen 08, and I'll put a link to her channel. She did this banana bread, and it's made with oatmeal and things like that. And if I do believe this is a Weight Watchers recipe, but it would be great for us weight loss surgery people, because it is made with Splenda, and I'll tell you all the ingredients now. But I got this off of her channel, and I'm going to tweak it a little bit and add some extra things, but the base is basically the same. So first, it calls for a fourth a cup of Splenda, but I use a half just to give it a little extra sweetness. Okay, and then this is 2 cups of oats. You can use quick cooking oats or just regular oats. I use these. Okay. Then next is 2 ripe bananas. As you can see, those are ripe. I'm going to add some chopped pecans in mine. That's something I'm adding to it. 2 large eggs. 1 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Let's see, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. It calls for a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, but I add a whole teaspoon. I just like the flavor of the cinnamon. And it calls for a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, which I don't have, but I've been using this pumpkin pie spice because it has nutmeg in it, and it's been doing really well. So this is the 3rd time I've made this kind of bread, but I've done different kinds. I did caramel apple, this one is banana, strawberry, pecan, and I've done the regular banana bread as well. Okay, and then you need, let's see, 1 cup of skim milk. There's the milk. And you need a 1/2 cup of unsweetened applesauce. You could use the little, the little containers, but I just bought this where I could use it several times. And as you can see, I've made enough to use that much. So the unsweetened applesauce, make sure it's unsweetened. And then I'm going to put this in to make strawberry banana, the sugar-free strawberry topping. I'm going to add probably a couple tablespoons of that. 2 tablespoons is the serving, but I'm going to add probably 4 into the recipe. And I spray the pan with this, and I will catch you up on the next step. And this is going to be great because the other 2 loaves, well, it's banana bread, but it's kind of like cake to me. It comes out great. Now, if you're a person who doesn't buy into the no carbohydrate thing, you probably want to turn this off now. But oats are very good for you, and this has fruit and oats and eggs and milk, and basically that's it. So it's not a bad recipe, especially if you're wanting something sweet. And it could be a breakfast food. I eat it for like a snack, a little piece of it. So I'll catch you up in just a second. Okay, basically you take the banana or whatever fruit you're using and just mash it in with the Splenda. This is going to take a little while, so I just wanted to show you what I'm doing. I'm just going to mash it in. And if the fruit's soft, you really wouldn't have to mash it in that much. Just mix it up with the Splenda first. Okay, I mixed up the bananas with the Splenda, and I like my banana chunks a little chunkier, so I didn't smash them totally to like a paste. And then I put in, I'd say it's 5 tablespoons of the strawberry topping, because that's all I had left in there, so I just used it all. And this is the sugar-free strawberry topping, but you could add fresh strawberries if you have them. And I'll catch you in just a second on the next step. Okay, next you mix your dry ingredients together. This is the oats, the 2 cup of oats, and then I'm going to need a teaspoon and a half of baking powder, and this is the half. And then I'm going to need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to pour this in here. There we go. And then with the other ingredients, the cinnamon, I kind of eyeball it. Let me see if I can get this where you can see. I just kind of shake it in there until it looks about like I think a teaspoon should look. And then the pumpkin pie spice, which it calls for a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, I just kind of shake a little in there just like that. I don't like to measure too much. I just measure the baking powder, you know, just for, because I think you're supposed to. I don't know. But that is the dry ingredients mixed together. You do that first. Okay, I probably should have told you this in the beginning, but you preheat your oven to 350 before you do this. Okay, like I said, these are all the dry ingredients. Then you add the wet to it. And this is the applesauce, the unsweetened applesauce. Get all that in there. Okay. Then this is the cup of milk and the 2 eggs. I'm not good at cracking eggs on the camera, so I decided to do that separate. This is the strawberry banana Splenda mixture. Make sure you get all of that, because it's the good stuff. Then I go ahead and add in the pecans. Now I add in about, this is about a half of a cup of pecans, but you just do it to taste. I got these out of the bulk bin, just enough so I wouldn't have any left. So now then you just mix this up. And of course it's hard to mix with one hand, so I'm gonna stop it now and get you on the next step. Okay, this is what it looks like after you mix it all together. I think this is gonna be the best batch that I've made. So I'm gonna put you right here. I'm pretty sure you can see. And then I'm going to take the mixture and just make sure you have everything mixed up, and you just dump it in here. You spray the pan first. You don't have to, I mean, I never have sprayed it liberally, just a light spray. And then just scrape all the goodies out. And do not eat this raw. For one thing, it won't taste good, and for second thing is it has raw eggs in it. And just kind of spread it around. Go. Now, that is what it looks like in the casserole. And you will bake this for 40 to 50 minutes at 350. Mine usually takes about 45. Just stick a toothpick or a fork or something in the middle and see if it comes out clean, just like a regular cake. But Airen does a lot better than I do at explaining all this. So you watch her banana bread video. I'm going to put the link over to the side. And this is just my take on it, and I'll catch you at the very end when it's done. Okay, this is what it looks like after it comes out of the oven. See, the crust is a little brown like that. I've already tasted a little bite. It's really good. That's Kate. Anyway, what I probably would have done is use the fresh strawberries instead of the sauce, because it took a little longer to cook than normal, because of the sundae strawberry sauce was a little bit too wet. So I would just use the regular strawberries, probably about, I'd say 5 of them with the 2 bananas. And there is, usually I have a piece about this big, and you can see how thick it is there. But this is the recipe for strawberry banana pecan bread, which is made out of oatmeal. And I'll link Airen's page where you can see her banana bread. This is where I got this recipe from, and I hope you enjoy.